sorry, you all. This thing is ridiculous. So, grinding hard while grinding smart versus grinding smart part 2. If you're tuned into this, please leave me a comment in the comment section. I am not seeing anybody join. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes. But hey, come on in. Come on in. Join the live. For some reason, it will not go live from my laptop. And that is a bummer. It truly, really is. I don't know what to do. It's throwing me off each time. However, welcome to Authentic Thursdays with Kay. If you are watching this, share this with a friend. Share this with a family member. We're going to be talking about some real stuff, you all. And I want to make sure that people you care about hear this message. I'm sorry, let me get this together. All these technical difficulties. We're going to get it together. And if you're watching, okay, so whatever. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get it right, y'all. I promise I'm going to get it right. I'm going to get it right. So today we want to focus on grinding hard versus grinding smart part 2. I believe that there was so much more to be said, and if you see me looking over, it's because I'm looking at my laptop or with my notes on there. But there's so much to be said that I didn't say that I really truly want to hit on today. And so make sure you share this, and if you're watching the replay, make sure you drop hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. And if you're not tuned in live, make sure you hashtag replay. So I'm Kayla Johnson. I'm the curator and creator of Inspired Bosses. This is me rebranding my business and brand. This is all about helping you unlock your potential, helping you see yourself as valuable and professional. And that is my mission. That is my mission for women, men, to see themselves as valuable. So I'm going to keep waiting. Keep waiting for some people to come in. I'm trying to share it, but it's not going well for me today. But, however, we're going to move on. So, I wanted to revisit this because I believe that the millennials look at grinding hard and grinding smart differently, because when we think about the new generation, we would much rather work for ourselves, because all we've been taught is work hard. And what we've seen that amount to is really more bondage, lack in finances, lack in prosperity. And we don't want to continue that cycle. We're tired of that. We want to change the current of our family, of our friends. We want to be change agents. And so we look at this very, very differently than older generations do. Not to say that they have tapped into, they understand being committed, okay? They understand that it's not going to happen in 1 year, 2 years, maybe not even 5 years. So there is a lot to be learned from both generations. But we have to have the conversation of collaboration and connecting with each other. We, as the new generation, don't want to find ourselves climbing up this 600 feet ladder, and we're just climbing our whole lives, climbing for 30 years, because we're going up this ladder that when we get to the top of the ladder, that we realize that our ladder has been leaning on the wrong building the whole time. We don't want that. We don't want that same, we don't want those same results that we've seen in the past. We want to try something different. We want to be different. So we work hard for others sometimes, and as a people, we lack putting our families first. We can work so hard on a job for 30 years, and maybe in your mind you're doing this for your family, but the results are not showing that you're doing this for your family. And I'm not saying that, this is just a general statement. I'm just kind of helping people get in the minds of what the new generation thinks, how we think, and what we are looking to. Reason why we're so entrepreneurial. But I do think that we should understand as millennials that you have to have a certain level of patience. Hey, Kelsey, if you could share this to your page right now. I'm not really sure what's going on my page. I can't share it. It's a lot going on, and I'm a little disturbed by it, but I'm gonna keep on talking. But we want to see something different happening. We want to see different results. We have noticed that in our communities, we're still behind for some reason. Although we have come a long way, we're still behind for some reason. Hey, if you just joined, we're still behind for some reason, and we want to change that. We want to be part of the change that we really feel in our hearts. And so one of those things is we've seen the generations before us wear themselves down, so far down that they never optimize their time. As I stated in the last live last week, is successful people do not measure their success by money. They measure their success by time. And so we continue to go after things and continue this whole cycle where we're never optimizing our time, then we won't be able to spend that time with people who really mean a lot to us. And so we're living for the weekend versus every day feeling like a Saturday, because we put that work in on the front so that we can spend time with our family, so that we can be in tune with things that we actually care about, our hobbies, our passions, our interests, because those are the things that keep us alive. Those are the things that keep us in the A game as A players. So that's what we're thinking, and what we need to change from the grind hard. We need to learn how to optimize our time. How can we do that? How is that possible? And so another thing that is an underlying cause of grinding hard, that grinding hard, working hard mentality, is those limiting beliefs. Sometimes our reality is so clouded, and so there's so much going on in our lives that we really can't see a life truly that we really want to live. We really can't see how we can get to that lifestyle that we really truly want to inhabit, because our reality right now, our circumstances right now, our struggles right now are telling us the opposite of our hopes and our dreams and our ambitions and our goals. And so that is another underlying reason of why grinding hard, or just working hard, is also can also be detrimental to our race, to our generations that have come before us. But we are so thankful for the generations coming before us, paving the way so that it is easier, or not so much easier, but it's a little bit set out for us to go ahead and continue to forge the path. And so here's another underlying reason of this work hard, grind hard mentality. Hey, if you're joining, what's up? If you can share this, please do so on your personal page. Join and add a friend, tell a friend about it. And if you're watching the replay, again, hashtag, drop in the comments, replay. So another limiting or underlying cause of this grind hard, work hard mentality is being committed to goals that aren't even yours. You know, that is something that can really stop you and can really condemn and hurt your dreams, your heart, your ambitions, your grinding, all of that. It can really hurt you. And I can give an example. If I'm who I am now, and I go after what my mom or my dad told me to just because they told me to, I will sometimes not ever be satisfied. And I can give an example for that. When I was younger, my mom, she plays the piano. She's the minister of music at church. But So when I was younger and we used to stay in a small house in my hometown, it was a small street. She used to make me play the piano, practice the piano. I had to do this every day before I could go outside and hang out with friends. I'm in elementary school, I believe, and I used to hate it because I felt so forced. So I rebelled against her trying to teach me a valuable lesson in discipline. But it was also I'm not going to say that was her dream for me, but that was her trying to push me in a direction of being musical. And then later on, looking back, I do wish I would have stayed in there. I know how to read music because I was in band and everything. But that's just a small example of how, if you really actually commit to someone else's dreams for you or someone else's opinions for you, how it can make you work hard. If you succumb to that, how it can have you working hard for something that you don't even really want. And we don't want to do that. The new generation does not want to do that. I can speak proudly and boldly for them. Some of us, we do want to follow in our family's footsteps or our mother, our father's, or grandfather's footsteps. But that's not the case all the time. And we don't want to work hard like they had to. We don't see ourselves spending 30 years with a company. We just don't. That is the truth. You can do the research. We just don't see ourselves working 30 plus years for a company who might give you barely a pen. Do you know that the Social Security is running out? I think they said by 2028. Especially because of what happened during COVID and what's going on now, COVID-19, it's really not going to be available. Nothing for us to retire on. People retire and have to go back to work because they can't afford to live. They can't afford their lifestyle. They can't. They just can't. Okay, now we probably have shared it. Okay, great. Maybe more people will get on. But they can't afford the lifestyle. And so moving forward, let's go. So another thing that's an underlying cause of grinding hard or that work hard mentality is we let fear paralyze us. Is anybody commenting? I don't know if anybody's commenting, but I'm going to keep on talking. We let fear paralyze us, and we let fear paralyze us from investing in our most valuable assets. Does anybody know what our most valuable asset is? If you're watching, drop in the comments below what you think your most valuable asset, and I'll give you multiple choice. How about that? So is your most valuable asset your home? Is it the car you drive? Is it the job you work, or is it yourself? Somebody drop 1 for the first one, 2 for the second one, which is the house, the car you drive, the job you work, 3 for the third one, or 4, is it yourself? What is the most valuable asset that you can invest in? I know somebody knows this. Drop it in the comments below. And I say that the answer is, once you drop it in the comments, it is you. It is yourself. Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you. Yes, it is myself. I am the most valuable asset that I can invest in. And investing is not always finance, you all. We have to get the knowledge. We live in an information age. But here's the catch. Just because there is information readily and available does not mean we're going to value that information that is ready and available. So how do you invest in yourself? How do you continue to be an asset? How do we invest in ourselves in the proper way? What are the ways that we can invest in ourselves? Well, I can tell you what I do. So I invest in myself with surrounding myself around women and men who are going in the same direction that I'm going in, right? If they're trying to live a life maybe along the lines that I'm living, trying to live my life, I'm investing in myself by reading books. I'm not always going out trying on new clothes all the time and new shoes and always buying all those types of things. I'm not always with the newest technology. I'm just gonna be honest. I just bought a MacBook a couple weeks ago because of business reasons. That was an investment in myself. I had to be smart for myself. That's a grind smart move. That's a grind smart mentality. I still have the 8+. You know what I'm saying? I am recording off of 8+. So, hey, Demita, thanks for joining. Hey, group, thanks for joining. And you have to invest in yourself, but you have to know how to invest in yourself. It's the people, it's the mindset that you have, it's the getting the knowledge and applying the knowledge. People sometimes say that experience is the best teacher. I'm not gonna knock that, but I want to take it a step further and say that your evaluation of your experience is the best teacher. Hey, Kristen, thanks for joining. How y'all doing? So I say that evaluated experience is the best teacher. Why do I say this? Why do you say this, Kay? Why do you say this? Okay, I say this because I'm just gonna use relationships. If I am friends with a young woman and she does something to me that I do not like, that's maybe fake, maybe disloyal, maybe it kind of disconnects our trust. Okay, that's one experience. Is she always going to be like that? Maybe not. But I need to evaluate, where did I go wrong? What did I have a conversation with that person? Did I tell them how I felt about that? Is there room to move forward? Or do I need to let this person go because they're not conducive to my future? We have to invest in ourselves in that type of way, people. We have to evaluate our experiences. If we're going to go through college, what got us there? What mentality do we have to get us there? If we're going to be a part of a team, what mentality do I have to adopt to keep me there? If I'm going to be a leader, I have to evaluate not only myself, and there's this theory, right? I took my intercultural communications class in college, and we talked about a theory called the Johari's window. Johari's window basically describes 4 perspectives. If you know about Johari's window, drop a yes, girl, I know. If you don't, let me tell you all about it. So Johari window is talking about 4 perspectives. And it's saying one perspective is where you know things about yourself and others don't know. All right? And then you have the other perspective of where you have things that you know and people know about you. Hey, Heaven. And then there's the third perspective of where there's things you don't know, but other people know about you, right? And then there's the last perspective where everybody's in the blind spot about this perspective of you. You don't really know. They don't really know. Maybe you've never seen it before. Maybe you've never entered that space before. But we all can attest to a blind spot. I'm sure most of us are driving or have driven before or even rode with somebody who has had a blind spot moment at some time. But let me tell you this, when you're investing in yourself, you can't afford to always be walking in your blind spot. You have to learn how to invest in yourself. I'm learning how to invest. Right now, you tuning into this message, this is you investing in yourself. So give yourself a hand clap, a pat on the back, or whatever you need to do because you're here. And I'm grateful for you being here. Hey, Iman. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Make sure y'all share this as you all are listening, because I know you know somebody who needs to hear this. Don't soak up all this knowledge for yourself. Share it, share it, share it. Thank you so much. And I'm going to keep on moving. This is the next one, y'all. Going after goals that are part of someone else's unlived dream. Don't do that. Hey, Brittany. Hey, girl. Don't find yourself going after goals that don't really stir up anything inside of you. I do not suggest that. Hey, Alexis, thanks for tuning in. Don't go after things that don't really push you forward. Don't go after things or people or situations or places that aren't really conducive to your future. Don't hang out with people who aren't conducive to your future. I'm telling you, your association is going to be everything. I can tell you right now, if you tell me your 5 friends and the income that they have, how successful you will or won't be. If you don't have coaches and mentors in your life, I can tell you how successful you will or won't be. And it's not because I'm judging you, but I'm judging you. I'm judging you based off what you really have put forward. Hey, Jaden. Hey, girl. Hey. Make sure you share this live. Share this with somebody. Tag somebody in this. Tell them they need to be tuned in, watching, okay? And we're talking about don't go after someone else's dreams that aren't your own. Because here's the thing. When you go after somebody else's dream, you have to ask yourself, am I willing to suffer? Am I willing to go through the process of this thing? Most of the time, we don't invest in ourselves because we don't want to go through the process. And I'd be lying if I said I've always wanted to go through the process. I have not. Y'all. I have not. But it's been very rewarding to my heart to get on here and be consistent, because this is something that is a part of my dream. I dream to have you all on this live. I dream to impart something into your brain that helps you go to the next level. I want you all to go to the next level. That is what Inspired Bosses is about. So tell a friend, tell a sister, tell a cousin, tell an uncle, tell an auntie to tune in. And so that thing, okay, now this one, I'm gonna have to just hit y'all hard with this one. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to do it. And this one is, we don't have any standard of self-discipline. Somebody put in the comments, hashtag self-discipline. Dropping those comments right now, hashtag self-discipline. I'm sorry to get on to y'all night, but I'm not sorry. And I can attest to this and not having certain levels of discipline. I really can. It took me some time before I actually got to a level of discipline that helped me mature, to help me manifest certain things. I'm not by all means perfect. No, I have my days where I'm down and I don't want to do anything, but I've learned ain't nobody gonna work harder for you than you. I don't care if your back hurt, your side hurt, your head hurt. It doesn't matter. Your dreams and your goals you're not gonna wanna die one day, because we're all going to die one day, and you don't want your dreams and your goals staring back at you and saying, you never lived me out. You didn't write the book. You didn't tell the girl, hey, you didn't go try out for the team. You didn't apply for college. You don't want your dreams staring back at you and telling you that you didn't live me. How would that feel? If you could visualize, I want you right now, if you're watching this live, if you're tuned in, I want you right now to close, as long as you're not driving. If you're driving, please don't do what I'm about to say. Do this at a later time. But I want you to close your eyes. I want you to center your mind on yourself. This is something that I do, you all. And I want to include you on how I am successful at just being myself. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to visualize you living your dreams. I want you to visualize you driving that dream car. Do you even know what your dream car is? Have you looked at cars? Have you looked at homes that you want to live in? Have you looked at the ways that you want to impact people? If you want money, what are you going to do with that money? Have you looked at ways that you can discipline yourself enough to get there? Because nobody's going to work harder for you than you working hard for yourself. I'm telling you right now. Demeter said she would, but you can't spell without Google. Guess what? It's DISCIPLINE, discipline. Self-discipline. Oh my goodness. But yes, visualize that. Visualize yourself as your highest self. If you have accomplished everything in your life, visualize that. Become one with that. Like, really get a hold of that. And then ask yourself, am I doing what I need to do this year, this month? It's a new month tomorrow. Is it? Yes, it's a new month tomorrow. So what are you going to do? What are you going to change? If you're not on the path of self-discipline to get you where you want to be tomorrow, the next day, next year, then I'm just going to tell you right now, just stop dreaming. Stop dreaming. Stop talking about it. Just stop. Because your work ethic does not line up with it. You don't really want it. You just psyching yourself out. You lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. And I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry to be so honest, but I'm not sorry. Because somebody has to say it. I want you to invest in yourself, and I want you to be truthful with yourself. I want you to look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm doing everything I can. But are you really doing everything you can? I have to surround myself and invest in myself with people who speak higher than me, who take me to another level, because I alone cannot get myself there. I depend on people like you to share this live. I depend on people like my coaches and mentors to tell me when I'm wrong, to tell me when I need to change a behavior. And sometimes I might not be ready to hear it. That's true. That's very true. We're not always ready to hear that. But let me go on. Oh, yes. Okay, so the next one is a fixed mindset. Does anybody know what a fixed mindset is? If you do, just kind of drop that in the comments for people. Let people see what a fixed mindset is. Or do you know someone who has a fixed mindset? How has that impacted your life, or how has that impacted their life? A fixed mindset is saying, and this is another underlying reason of why we as millennials or the new generation, we don't really agree with working hard. You know, hey, Samaria! We don't really agree with working hard because of a fixed mindset. It's like there's only one way to do it. There's only one way to go. There's only one way to think about it. Be honest with yourself. There's so many. Okay, if you live in a big city or even a small town, think about how many ways it is to get to your house. Yes, you got your eyes on the prize. Think about how many ways it is to get to your home. Or think about how many ways it is to get to your job. There's not just one way to do something. And the reason and the way that I'm doing may not be the best strategy for you. But you have to tap into those resources. You have to tap into investing in yourself financially. You have to become a resource. You really do. How you doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? Let me know how y'all doing in the comments. I want to see how y'all doing. How y'all feeling about this message? Am I in the right zone? Am I touching you? Hashtag, drop in the comments and say hashtag touched. Or drop a ear emoji in the hashtag if you're listening to me, if you're hearing what I'm saying and you're feeling what I'm saying. Let me know. I'm so glad to have y'all here. But yeah, fixed mindset. You got to change that fixed mindset to a growth mindset. There's not just one way to do it. There's just not one way to go about it. The way that worked for someone else may not work for you. You have to have that evaluated experience. You have to know things about yourself that are going to help you discipline yourself so you can accomplish those goals. You have to have a burning desire that's going to help you discipline yourself. Okay? We got to have a burning desire. Yes, girl, hashtag touched with the ear, okay? Yes. Thank you, Kelsey. And so the last thing on those underlying reasons of why we have, we don't like that grind hard mentality, that work hard mentality, is because sometimes that can burn bridges. Our unserving and unhealthy habits can burn bridges with people because we think there's just one way to do something. Demeter said, I can spell that. Okay, that's a little bit. I got you, girl. We're going to keep it simple then. We're going to keep it simple. Okay, Samara, you hearing me? All right. Oh, I love it. Kisses to y'all. Kisses and love to you all. But yes, sometimes we can burn bridges because we're not evaluating our experience. We're not evaluating ourselves. We're just doing stuff. We're just walking in life and we're just existing. Our dreams are going to be mad at us. Our goals are going to be mad at us because we're not taking out the time to work hard for ourselves, harder than we're going to work for anyone else. I really want you to know that you have to get out there. You have to try stuff. You have to be afraid you have to not be afraid to fail forward. Here's an affirmation for you today. This is one that I personally use. I fail forward every day. If I fall, I'm falling forward. And it's all about how you look at failure. It could be another opportunity. It's another opportunity. Hey, Alicia, thanks for joining, girl. Thanks for joining. So then, we got to stop wishing and that we're going to make things happen. We got to start doing things to make things happen because that is the way. That's the only way. I'm just being honest, people. We have to know ourselves. We have to become more self-aware. And this is probably, this is going to always be an ongoing thing. You don't ever arrive at knowing yourself completely and fully, right? Because you're ever changing. You're tasting things change. You know, y'all, I like sleeping on my back now. I'm like, am I old or what, but it's just so relaxing to sleep on my back. It really is. It really is. So somebody drop in the comments and say #discipline. I know Demetra said that's too hard to say, or just #goals or #work hard. Whichever one resonates with you better. I want you to drop that in the comments and say, this is what is resonating. I want to know what's resonating with you. I want to know where I need to keep on talking, what talking point I need to keep on saying and expounding on, because this is about you. This is for you. This is not about me. So we'll continue with investing in ourselves. These are smart, grinding smart habits, investing in yourself. Networking. Networking is a grind smart tactic, strategy, habit, whatever you want to call it. Networking is smart. And I'm not just saying go to some place and watch everybody else say hello to somebody. We have got to get out of ourselves. We have got to put ourselves in front of people who can help us reach down into us and bring forth what's supposed to be coming from us. We are living and alive for a reason. And although this is not the best of times, this is a time where it's a sorrowful time. It's a changing time. It's a turbulent time. But you are still here for a reason. I am still here for a reason. And you are on this live for a reason. You are watching the replay for a reason. If you're watching the replay, #I am still here for a reason. Still here for a reason. Hashtag that. But networking, you all, networking is going to be key. We all want to level up our finances, but we don't want to network to get there. Nothing is going to come and fall in your lap. It's just not. It's not. We have to work. We have to work. Another, we already talked about self-discipline. Here's one way that I self-discipline. I have in the past have done monthly challenges where I've told people that I'm close to, hey, I am doing something new, so I'm going to turn my phone off at 11:30 and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Don't worry about me. I'm just changing. I've disciplined my words. I used to just say some foul things that weren't conducive to my future. So I had to discipline my tongue. I have to discipline a lot of different things. The things that I eat. It's not always good or conducive to my body. It's just not. So self-discipline is a journey, but it is one of the keys to unlock and manifest who you really are. We have to be willing to go through the process of self-discipline. It's not easy. It's difficult. I can raise my right hand and say it's difficult. So put in the comments right now, #network. That is one grinding smart tip that I want to give tonight. Make sure you network. Make sure you're opening your mouth and ask for what you want. And it's okay if you don't need that relationship, quote unquote, at the moment. But make the connection. Step out there and say, hello, I am, and this is where I am in life. It's been many times where I've just opened my mouth and just talked to people, got to know that person, got to know their story, and then they consequently asked me about where I was, and I was open with them, and they support the heck out of me. They support the heck out of me. I want people to support you. I want you to get the support that you need. We also have to break free from limiting beliefs. Yes, I love those hashtags, Demetra, yes. We have to break free from limiting beliefs. These limiting beliefs are the things that creep up in your mind to tell you you're not good enough, that you really can't do that. Who do you think you are? You're not really good at that. Nobody's going to listen to you. Nobody's going to give you a chance. Since nobody in your family has done it, what makes you think you can do it? You can't drive. You don't have a car. You don't have a place to stay. You don't have enough money. Those are the limiting beliefs. That's your reality, or maybe some type of fear that someone else has put onto you that's trying to claw your mind and dig into your brain cells and tell you that you aren't worthy of the dreams that you're dreaming. And let me tell you today, you are worthy of everything that you ever hoped for, okay? Everything that you dream of, you are worthy of that. I'm telling you straight to your face through this Facebook Live with my neck rolling. You are worthy, and I mean that. Somebody drop in the comments, hashtag, I am worthy. Because you are, and you need to believe that. Say that with me. If you're watching this live, wherever you are, say it right now with me on the count of 3. 1, we're going to say I am worthy. 2, 3. I am worthy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I know y'all said that with me. I'm so grateful for y'all doing that. We have to condemn that fear. You know those thoughts that are crawling and just trying to take us out? We have to condemn it. We have to take it captive. We have to say, no, I am worthy. I can drive. I am connected to this person for this reason. I can get this job. I can apply for this place and get this position. I can amount to whatever I see myself amounting to. I can become the best hairstylist. I can become the best dancer. I can become the best singer. And whatever you describe as best is what you describe as best. But you don't do anything to just be mediocre. Let me tell you something. God does not get the glory from you being mediocre. We got to go in the game with the domination type of mentality. I'm telling you, dominate. That's how I feel, y'all. I feel like dominating some stuff right now. I feel like taking over. I feel like impacting so many people that they all believe that they can dominate their industries, dominate their avenues. I know I'm preaching right now, but I just got to. I feel it. What's up, EP? What's up, Eric? Share this live, man. Share this live. We talk about dominate. You cannot sit at home and say, oh, I might do it. You know, yeah, I'm thinking about doing it. No, you got to write that thing out. You got to say, I am going to dominate. Period. Condemn that fear. That fear should not live in your mind as long as you let it live there. You are the one person you cannot run away from. I don't care how far you go in the distance to get away from certain people. You can't outrun you. You wake up with you, you shower and bathe with you, you go to the restroom with you, you eat with yourself. You are everywhere. You can't run from yourself. You can't. So face yourself. Say, hey, I may not be everything that I have destined to be at this moment, but I'm exactly where I need to be. And today, I take over my life. Today, I say no more fear. Today, I say I am strong. Today, I say I will conquer the world. Okay? Be a light for your family. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am the light. I am the light that shines so bright. And even though others can't see it, I see it. Look in that mirror and say, I shine my light. Okay, so I'm going to give y'all my domination formula. It's real simple, but it's hard because some of y'all ain't going to be consistent. And that's the first key. That's the first piece of the formula. Consistency. This is a smart tip for grinding smart. Be consistent. Whatever you choose to be consistent in, be consistent. I don't care if it's saying, hey, I'm going to spend time with this one person for 30 minutes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You choose what's working best for you because that's self-awareness. What can you handle? But be consistent in that. Be consistent. So after consistency, you multiply that by faith. All right, I'm going somewhere with this now. Be consistent, multiply by faith, and then let's see. Consistency. Okay, if I'm always going after this thing, and I add it with some faith. Faith is believing in the things that you can't really see. Faith is believing when you really don't know how it's going to add up, but you're going to keep being consistent. Faith is meaning that I believe it and I can rest on that belief. Then you're going to do consistency, multiply by faith, and you're going to add your vision. So if I'm consistent, I multiply my faith, and I add my vision, guess what you're going to get? Dominate. Because now you have your vision, you have your faith, you have your consistency, you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. Okay, two, three more things, and then I'm gonna end this live. Keep your network alive. Let's go back to networking. I don't care if you may not need that contact right at that moment. I don't care if you may not need that prayer right at the moment. I don't care if you might not need that affirmation right at the moment. But keep your network alive. Touch bases with people. Don't be so high maintenance that you got to talk to somebody every day just for them to be really in your life. And if you're dealing with abandonment issues, that's another thing that you don't have to face and say, I'm dealing with this. But know that if you don't necessarily need a connection at the moment, keep it alive. Hey, Dallas. Keep it alive. Keep it alive. Last two things. We cannot be a generation that is into microwave manifestation. It does not happen overnight. You don't start to succeed in your mindset until you continue to be consistent in changing the mindset about how you think. I'm dropping some gems on for you all because I want you to know that you have to be consistent. You have to guard it. You have to water and nurture your brain, your mind. Everything you do is coming from this part of you. So, of course, things are going to attack it. Of course, things are going to try to tell you you're not good enough. I miss you too, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you share this for someone. I really want them to hear this, and I'm glad you tuned in. I really am. We can't get into microwave manifestation, you all. We have to work hard. We have to work hard for ourselves. We have to stop limiting ourselves with these beliefs that we have that don't really serve us or our family. We have to know where we want to go. We have to work for it. We have to be consistent. I don't care what it is that you want to do. But before the world opens back up, I want you, tomorrow you have a brand new start. This is still a new year. We have not seen May 2020. So I want you to walk into this new month with some new goals, some new self-discipline. Walk and go find one person that you look up to. Maybe you have not talked to them about it. And say, hey, I just wanted to send you this message. I just wanted to call you. I just wanted to email you and tell you that I just really admire what you're doing. You have always been touching my life. And I just wanted to say that I hope we can stay connected. Look at that. I just gave you all the verbiage you need. Sometimes people need you to speak up to tell them because you never know what's going on with their life. So inspire the next person and tell that person, open up your mouth and tell that person how much did it really mean to you. Then the last thing, I just want to say that family support through this all, if you don't get your home together, that can look however it looks, okay? When I say home, you take that to how you want to take that. But what I'm saying is, your home, your house, the people that are closely knit to you. Change yourself. See how you can help your home change some things. Work together, grow together, support one another. We can't choose our family, but we can choose our friends. So choose wisely. Choose wisely and know that you can grind hard for yourself, that we can bridge the gap between those who think differently than us, and shed light and be an investment into other people's life. Invest in yourself financially. Invest in yourself with knowledge. Invest in yourself with great friends. Invest in yourself emotionally with good emotions. Evaluate yourself. Know who you are. Begin to ask questions about the reactions that you make and the responses that you make. And I'm probably way over time today, but I had so much to say to you all, and I wanted to say it with everything that I have. And so I usually try to keep this 15 to 20 minutes, but looks like today we're going about 45. So share this, tag somebody, and if you're replaying this, let me know that you're replaying this. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Inspired Bosses. Make sure you follow my page, my business page, Inspired Bosses, here on Facebook. And also, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel at Inspired Bosses. And if you want to visit my website, go to inspiredbosses.com. Message me. Let me know if you have any questions. If this message has touched you, please let me know. Feel free to DM me, to inbox me, text me, call me. I would love to hear from you. It has been amazing talking to you tonight. And remember to put yourself first, not last, and to have some self-discipline, evaluate your circle, and remember, be inspired. I'll talk to you all later. I love you all. Make sure you share this.